all. This time I decided to do oil painting. I've worked with watercolors, I've worked with acrylic medium, but I've never used oil paints. So I decided to do this, and I selected a reference image, drew it on the canvas, and started painting it with the very beginner version of paints, oil colors. The basic rule which is followed while doing oil painting is the thin to thick rule. So I started with the very thinnest layer, and did a first layer with turpentine oil as the thinner, and then I proceeded and progressed towards the much thicker layers of paint. The thing with oil paints is that it also requires a lot of time to dry up. So with oil paints it's like another hour, another layer, another day, another layer, like that. So I was quite skeptic about doing the layering process of oil painting, because I read it somewhere that if you put a thin layer over the thick layer by mistake, chances are the painting might look really perfect after it's completed, but after a few weeks or months the surface of the painting starts cracking up. So that's the basic rule that has to be followed. So I tried to be very careful with that fact. So most of the professionals actually do the oil painting patch by patch, because many times the reference image has a lot of change in intensity of shades, and because of the light reflected upon them or by them. So but the reference I chose didn't have that much of variation, so I did one complete layer of a single shade, then proceeded to highlight other features. So in the middle of the painting, I actually thought I should have started with something really simple, such as an apple or some other objects, because then those paintings actually help you to grasp the concept of the variation of colors and how to paint them and blend them. When I had almost completed my painting, I started adding few more details to it, and while detailing it felt more like a makeup than painting. After I had completed, I decided completed the illustrations or the portraits. I don't know if I should call them portraits or not, so I'll call them illustrations now. I decided to do the background, and I decided to use acrylic medium for the background. I selected a shade of green. I also added a tinge of golden. I was very excited to use that golden color for the very first time. It was a bronze golden shade, and then I added a tinge of pink also, and then again it started looking like quite defined, and it looked less artsy, so I smudged the pink color horizontally and vertically, and after that I waited for the painting to dry. I kept it and waited. So after I had completed this painting, I saw the reference image again and saw there were a few more details in it, but I decided not to experiment with those details and add those details, because I was afraid that I might spoil it. So instead of that, I just decorated it with flower petals, and I guess that's my experience of using oil paints for the very first time. Also, I wouldn't call this a complete oil painting, because I've used acrylics also at the base, so this is sort of a mixed media painting. So if you like this video, you can give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye.